You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads from over 200 countries and your number one source in after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
So silly. Y'all wonder why the kids act so silly.
Hey guys, we are here for our Spotlight On with Lifetime's cast of Bring It. I am with the elite dancing dolls and their amazing moms and their incredible dance teacher. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Oh, I'm Ashley Daniels, by the way, if you guys care. But who am I with today?
My name is Diana Williams. I'm the coach of the Dancing Dolls dance team.
My name is Cameron, and I'm co-captain of the Dancing Dolls.
My name is Kaylin. I'm captain of the Dancing Dolls.
Hi, I'm Mimi, and I'm Cameron's mother.
Hi, I'm Tina, and I'm Kayla's mother.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming today.
Thank you for having
So
us.
cool. You guys are in California. I wish you could stay longer, but maybe next time, we can all hang out. I'm already inviting myself out. Let's hang out later. So cool. Okay, so I have to first say I have on my Apple TV, I have the Lifetime. There's like a Lifetime app, so I get to watch all of the clips. There's like all these really cool clips, and I get to watch all of the episodes, literally 1 through like 19 or whatever it is. And I binge watched it. I got like kind of addicted, and maybe it's because I was a dancer growing up, but do you feel like the people that really relate to you are dancers or previous dancers, or?
I think that most people that relate to the show are probably persons that just enjoy dance, enjoy seeing the kids being happy, having fun, doing something positive, parents supporting their kids at every turn. I don't think that it's just specifically a dance thing. You're going to have dancers, of course, that like dance, people that just want to be entertained. But for the most part, I think that it's a well-rounded situation.
Yes. Well, I love that about you, especially with you. You're not just teaching dance, and you put your heart and soul into it, and you look at these girls and you see a future for them, and you want to inspire them to be good people all around and to love themselves and to get an education. And did you have a dance teacher that was like that to you, or is this just innate in you? Like, is it just a natural?
My dance teachers were just that. They were dance teachers. I think that there were too many students within the classes that I took as a growing teenager that they weren't able to be as hands-on with each and every one of the students. And I think that for me, there were certain things that were lacking in that retrospect for me. As a teenager, you have questions about so many things. It's not just about, okay, is this dance step right? Am I standing in the right spot? It's more than just that. And the people have to realize that when you take on a position of leadership, whether it's a teacher, a counselor, whether it's the CEO of a business, or even a personality such as yourself that's over a television show, you have to be willing to accept that responsibility. The people that you reach out and touch, you just never know who's watching, who's listening, who can be inspired by what you're saying, by the way you wear your hair, the way you carry yourself. Somebody's always watching. And as a growing teenager, I looked at my band director because I played in the band. I watched my dance coach because I thought that what she did was amazing. She was pregnant and still teaching. So I thought that was amazing. But I was never reached out to personally to say, Diana, you're doing a great job. You're doing this, you're doing that. And for me, knowing that those are things that I was missing, I wanted to make sure that the girls, when they get it from me, that they know that it's genuine, it's sincere, and it's coming from a good place.
Yes, and you find that balance. I think, too, if you are too much like, you did a great job every 2 seconds, but they didn't, then you're not going to get the best results from them.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I wish I had that. Maybe I would actually be able to dance today if I did that. And for you, now, a lot of people compare to dance moms, and I don't see the correlation at all, except for the fact that you are a dance teacher. But I find the most distinct thing that I've noticed between dance moms and Bring It is that you are able to, you're not like evil dance moms. I mean, you guys seem to get along. I mean, and when you don't get along, you go to one another and you say it to their face. Right. You had an issue with the balloons, and you went right up to Selena. Selena, and you went right up to her and you said, why are you not being a team player? Right. So do you think that's the main reason, or do you think it has anything to do with, is it also your relationship with them too? And you've kind of told them, like, listen, you guys gotta all be
No, and,
kind
you
to
know,
one another.
they're grown women.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to tell them how to act or how to behave. They have their own way of doing what it is they need to do, as long as it's done on the outside of the dollhouse and not on the inside. You know, I could really care less what they do, as long as there's no blood on the sidewalk when the kids get ready to come out when practice is over with. You know, I could really care less. You know, but as long as they're not interrupting me and what I'm trying to do with the girls, I mean, but I feel like the parents, they're grown women. They know how to handle themselves. Me personally, I didn't agree with the balloons. They said what I was thinking. You know, I didn't agree with it. You know, I felt like, yeah, Sanjay made cuts. Congratulations, Sanjay. You did a great job. You made cuts. Pat on the back for you. But it shouldn't have taken away from the overall retrospect of why we were there. Mm-hmm. We were there for a competition. The dancing dolls are in a competition. So I had to agree with Tina, and I never take sides. Okay. But I had to agree with Tina on that. You know, I was proud of Sanjay. It took a lot to get her to that point. We could have had a little victory chant or something like that, but not something that big to take away from the whole team. You know, even though the girls may not have said it, you know, they may not have said, well, that hurt my feelings or it made me feel some type of way. They might not have said it, but it made me feel some type of way. I know that as a child, how would I feel? Well, it's not about what Selena did for her daughter. We're happy that you're supporting your daughter. We're proud of you for doing that. You're supposed to. You're a mom. But don't take the attention away from all the girls. They are a team. There are no stars on this team. There are no captains on this team except for Kayla. And I don't even treat her any different than I do anybody else. She gets it just like everybody else does. You know, and I just don't feel like there should be any singling out of anybody. So when it comes to, you know, the moms, our moms, they're very abrupt. They're not backstabbers. They're going to get in your face and say, hey, I don't like you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't like your hair.
Right.
Your breast stinks.
Right.
They're going to say that to your face.
Right, exactly.
Now, you know, some of the moms, and I'm not going to speak very freely about dance moms. I'm just going to say what I've seen. Some of the moms are catty and say things behind each other's back. And then there's this sidebar conversation to me that's called mess. You know, mess gets your ass kicked. Yes. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't like that. You know, I'm one of those abrupt, in-your-face type of individuals, and I feel like our moms are the same way. You know, and like, I agree with what you said about the correlation between the two, myself and Abby. Abby is a strong-minded individual. I respect her for what it is that she does. Mm-hmm. I respect the fact that she wants those girls to be good. She just has her own way of doing it. Yes. People may not always agree with her tactics. They may not always agree with mine. That is their opinion. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one. If you don't like what Abby has to do, then don't take your daughter to her dance studio. Right. I feel the same way about Dollhouse. If you don't like what I have to do, what I'm doing, what I'm offering, don't bring them to Dollhouse. There's a reason why Abby is the way she is. Who's to say that her dance teacher did not do these things for her and she wants the best out of these kids? Who's to say that? Mm-hmm. You know, you don't know her personally to speak freely about her. And that's not to take up for her. It's just I get it because I'm a dance coach myself.
Right. I really respect that. And I can tell that, you know, you don't single out anybody. And I noticed that. That was the number one thing I noticed. And I know for me growing up, there was some people that were singled out all the time. And I would go home and I would cry and say, I'm not good enough. And instead of instilling confidence, which dance is supposed to do, and, you know, all the good things that you're doing, it kind of made me feel bad about myself. So it's great to see that you're doing that. And so many girls, I mean, you guys know your fan base, social media alone, it's crazy. Right. People are obsessed with this show and with you guys. And, you know, now they're going to go to dance and they're going to say, I want my teacher to be like that. Right. I want my class to be like that. Right. So maybe you don't even realize it, but teachers are learning from you as well. And maybe they're able to change their class dynamic as well. Right. What is the main thing that you two, if you feel this way, do you feel like there's anything about dance, that one in particular thing that drew you to start dancing in the beginning?
Well, I like dancing. I danced when I was little. And, you know, I started dancing even before I took dance class. And I just grew, dancing is just, I mean, if I had the choice to do anything else, I probably wouldn't like it, you know, because dancing is all. It's just a gift for me. I just like it.
And dance has been in our family for a while, so it's like she danced. My grandma thought she could dance. And then now with the type of dance we have now, it's like it's the only thing we know how to do.
But there's got to be any secret talents, anything else that we don't know about that you're really good at. You have to be good at other stuff.
Babysitting.
You're good at babysitting?
She didn't pick the line. Now that's
a skill. Oh, she's not. Oh,
I am. Yes, I am.
I don't know which one to believe.
Sing?
A little.
Okay, let's hear it.
What you want me to sing?
Hey, I don't know. What about what were you singing earlier?
I can sing the SpongeBob song.
Go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
Did she say spot?
Well, shh.
The best time to wear a striped sweater. Sing it, Katie.
I'm not in
It's
that.
all the time.
This is amazing.
One with the collar. Turtleneck. I don't know. That's the kind. But yeah, basically dancing.
She said basically dancing.
Well, you can carry it too. See, I think rhythm just goes with everything, whether it's your singing or I bet if you had a few lessons, you actually would be belting that a lot. Am I not supposed to?
I'd rather just.
Don't encourage her.
I won't encourage you. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. No, never do that again. I liked it.
Just keep doing the interview.
I liked it. I liked it. No, I really did though. I actually did. I think you can hold a tune. You have good rhythm. I said like it goes all around. It's no matter what you do. I feel like rhythm's great, regardless. So anyway, aside from your singing, if you weren't dancing, what would you be doing? What would you be doing every day? Because you put
Besides going to school?
besides going to school.
Sleeping.
Yeah, and eating.
So it's dance or nothing. So luckily you guys got blessed in the dance department. And that's all you were gonna do.
Yeah.
And so we saw last week, obviously we were just talked about it with the balloons and everything, but we also saw the competition and we saw that there was 2 first places. Does that happen often with ties?
No. Yeah, I
hit a sweet spot.
Oh, yeah.
I just, when we go to competition, win or lose, I always try to make the situation a teachable moment for the girls. I want them to understand that even when you lose, sometimes you win. Figure out what you did wrong. Let's go back and fix it and go into the next competition. That's it and that's all. I tell the girls too, judges are like apples and oranges. You don't know what the flavor is of the day. One day I may want Burger King. The next day I may want McDonald's. You just never know. So the judges have their own opinions of what they think. They just didn't like what you did, which is fine. It doesn't make it wrong. But to say that there's a tie at a competition where we clearly know that we came out on top, it really made me feel some type of way.
Right.
They didn't show a lot of it on camera, but I had a lot to say.
Right.
I spoke loudly.
Good.
I had a lot
I bet
to
you
say.
did. They
You
should
know,
have.
and
Maybe
I-
that's in the deleted scenes that we'll get or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, the other team, I won't take anything away from the Dynamic Diamond Dolls. They're good, but they're just not the dancing dolls. There's these teams, and then there's the dancing dolls. Then there's these teams, and then there's the dancing dolls.
Yeah, we kinda
It's this team, but the dancing dolls are that team.
Right.
And I am not a cocky person by far. I know when my girls are good at something, and I know when they're terrible at something. I know their strengths. I know their weaknesses. I am not going to sing their praises if they are garbage. They know that. I'm probably the worst when it comes to being honest. I'm so honest that sometimes it could hurt your feelings.
Yes.
But I feel like if I'm telling you the truth and not lying to you, then I would rather have that. Tell me you don't like me instead of being in my face and being fake, because that's going to make me hate you. Right. So if I tell you, hey, your toes are not pointed. So when somebody else tells you that your toes are not pointed, it doesn't hurt your feelings because your coach already told you your toes are not pointed. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where I think a lot of people don't realize it when it comes to me, how I coach and my style. But when it comes to other teams, they just don't get it. We're good for a reason. The work that they put into, I feel like they should be rewarded for it. Don't say it's a tie to save face, because you don't want to clearly be in trouble with a team that lives in your city.
Okay.
And I could really care less, because if you come to Jackson, Mississippi and you battle us, if you beat us in our city and it's heads up, then you beat us. We will take that.
Right.
But don't take something from them. But it's fine, because one thing I love about being cheated, about being robbed and being denied something that is rightfully theirs, that is fuel. It's like jet fuel to the team. They push so hard going into the next week so that it is undeniably a knockout, like Muhammad Ali. Right. Your face is on the floor. You're not getting up. It's a done deal. It's understood. Week 1, it's over with. And they know when I'm happy, because I'm usually running up and down the sideline like an NFL football coach, screaming and yelling. They know. If I get the holler, yes, that's it. They're like, okay, that was right. That was right. They get it. But I don't like for them to feel slighted. But as a coach, I have to take it. I have to put up this stone face and I can't wear my feelings on my sleeve, because they feed off of me. If I'm angry, they're angry. So I have to make sure that I'm calm. Sometimes I lose focus and I get upset. That's happened on the show before. But at that moment, I'm sitting there looking at the tears roll down the faces of my kids, and I couldn't explain, where did the 7th judge come from? This was in the 2nd episode. I couldn't explain to them what they had done wrong, because they didn't do anything wrong. So when I asked the questions and then I'm provoked, I went from being coach to being a human being. And I have to remember that they're always watching. So, but when it comes to them, I'm not going to allow anybody to attack them ever. And if I feel like they're being slighted, I'm going to speak up. And if I don't do it, they're going to do it. And I think you would want it from me than from them.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get on your bad side. I wouldn't want to tie a team with you. But I love that you respect that, because some people would say, I'd rather have first place, even though it's tied, than,
I want it like that.
Yeah. Well, so what's been the biggest change in all of your lives ever since this is really, you guys have been on TV, your lives, your daily lives are now interesting for the entire world. I mean, what has that done for you? Do you feel like you've changed at all, or?
We don't feel like we've changed. I don't. We're still kind of humble,
Same
southern
people.
Mississippi people. But, when we go to Walmart or Kroger or somewhere and everybody's like, hey, we're like, hi. We have the same grocery. What side, what aisle is the macaroni on? We're still individuals. We're still human, as Ms. D said. But, it's changed for the good, and we enjoy it. We have no problems with it, but we have a lot of fans. We like fans.
What about, that must be awesome. Do you guys feel any different, like, at all when you're going through the channels and you see yourself? Is that kind of cool? I mean, it must be cool.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it is me. Yeah, but our lives have changed, like, just doing normal stuff. Like, school's not the same. Going shopping's not the same. Meeting new people, you really can't say they're real friends because they're like, oh, she just cool because I'm on TV. So,
Yes, that's true. There's no privacy. That's the only part about it that I think has been the disheartening part for me. I love what I do. I didn't do the show for me. I've said that a million times, and I'm going to keep saying it. The show is about them. It's not about me. Yes, I'm a character on the show. Yes, I'm the coach. But the show is about their dancing. The show is about them being happy, about their successes, about their failures, their triumphs, their achievements. It's not about me. So for me, it's disheartening when I can't have that privacy that I need. I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese with my son. I want to go visit their schools and check on them, but I can't walk down the hall without somebody hollering, DD4L! I'm like, shh, I'm sneaking into the school to check on one of the kids. Like, I can't, But outside of that, the fans are loyal. They are supportive. They are dedicated. They love these kids like they know them. They love me like they know me. They love the moms like they know the moms. There's somebody in the world that can relate to every one of the cast members and every one of those girls. I've heard so many people say that Kayla's a strong captain. There's no way I could do all of what she does, but she makes me want to just get up and try. I was Sanjay. That was me in high school. I was her. Cameron is so sweet. Oh my God, I want to be just like her. Christiana's just, they relate to every one of them. And I don't think that they realize, because it took me a minute to really just kind of swallow the fact that we're inspiring it's like a way of life right now. For us, Dancing Dolls has just been a dance team where we do parades, we do competitions. We're just this little southern dance team that's always been around for the last 13 years doing what we did before television. Now that we're on TV, it's like, okay, we have to always be a certain way and come to a certain standard when it comes to the way we look, walk, talk, act, dress, because the world is watching. Right. We can't go to the store with our hair in a ponytail and flip-flops and sweats.
Oh, that stinks. I like that. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But other than that, we love the fans. We love the show. We love what we're doing. We're having fun. We're excited about it. And if we can make somebody else's day, then so be it.
Yep. Well, has it made you a little bit guarded with people now?
All the time.
Okay.
I'm like that anyway.
She was already guarded.
Yeah.
Kayla's been with me since what, 5th grade, 6th grade? She's been with me for a long time. I met Cameron and Mimi 3 years ago, and I became real close to Mimi. Mimi and I are a lot alike. We share a lot of the same characteristics. She makes me laugh. And it's not very many people that I let in. I've always been that way. Growing up in a family of 6, and I'm the oldest of 5 boys. I didn't have people to relate to. I didn't have a lot of friends. So in that family that I wanted and needed, I didn't have that. So I kind of would be like that child that would talk to herself and play by herself, and everything was just by herself, Right. So once I started Dancing Dolls, I started to accumulate this family. It's like, I got sisters and kids, and I got moms. They're like my aunts, and you know, it was just weird, you know. And when I met Kayla at when I was working for the city of Jackson. She was this little pudgy round little girl, like 3rd, 4th grade, and she just wanted to dance, and I just wanted to dance. I just wanted to dance, and that was all. I just want to dance. And so when I had dancing dolls, and she tried out for dancing dolls. That was your first year after being at Grove Park. She made the team, and she's been with me ever since. Never would have thought she would have been captain. Never would have thought she'd be where she is right now, you know. But looking back on the way things were, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but I've always been closed off. You know, I have built this barbed wire fence around me with rabid pit bulls and a firing squad to protect me.
Yes.
I've always been that way.
Yes.
You know, and it's not a personal thing. It's just something that it's not personal, like against anybody else. It's not saying that I don't want you to get next to me. It's not that. That's just the way I've always protected me.
Right.
You know, and I do the same. It's weird because I do the same thing to them.
Do you?
I do. When people, I always had this, I would hate for somebody to ever say something to one of them. They would probably get it worse from me than they would from their moms.
So you're guarded as well with them, and obviously
because
all the
I
girls.
didn't feel like a lot of things that when I was growing up, I was protected like I should have been. So I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm going to. I'm not going to let anything ever happen to them.
I can definitely tell that, and I could tell. I'm Italian, so I'm a hugger, and I'm very warm just naturally. But I could tell that, you know, I was like, I really wanted to, like, you know, I'm just like, I want to just like give you a hug, and I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna do it. But you know, I could tell that you're the type that once you trust somebody, they become your inner circle, and it's not like you're like you probably don't have many acquaintances. It's either your diehard friend, like family feeling, or you're an outsider.
You're very much right.
Okay.
You pick your side. When I say the interstate, you pick your side of the interstate.
But you know that you probably gain a lot more respect from people that way, because you know when you're just nice to everyone, you don't gain the respect that you deserve sometimes, and you don't create boundaries that are necessary.
Right.
So, hey, I'm like, I want to learn something from you. I want to learn a thing or two from you. Maybe after you could just be my little coach for like 10 minutes, a little mentor, right?
I can do that.
I love it. So, okay, all right. I love this show. I could ask you a million questions about it. The one thing, though, I do want to know is what has been the biggest struggle from this show? Or is it anything watching yourself? Have you seen something and said, oh my God, I just said that, or I need to change that? Like, what has been the biggest struggle, or the biggest, I don't know, just something that has really made you feel like you needed to step back and take a look at yourself and fix the situation? Not physical, not like hair or anything, but just like watching yourself.
Good question.
I mean, for me, I would say nothing. Because, I mean, I'm the same person in real life that I am on TV. Like, I'm not different. There's nothing about Tina, Selena, Mimi, or Whitney that is fake. That's real.
That's a good answer. That's
who they are. They've always been that way. Kayla has always been the way she is. Cameron has always, Christy, they have always been that way. Like, I don't, when I see them on TV, I'm like, oh, that's my baby. Go on, dance. Go on, girl. You know, but I don't look at them as being, you know, I watched Kayla grow. You know, there's not a time I've probably ever seen Kayla cry. And when she cried the first episode, I was like, whoa. Is this planned? Can we cut? Like, seriously, I remember that I was like, she's crying. It's something. Because I didn't know how to respond to that, because she's never cried. And again, with me being guarded and protecting them, I'm trying to figure out who did it. Right. Oh, that was the first thing. I was like, okay, wipe your face. Aaron. I'm like, oh, did I not? Do you remember that? Because I was trying to figure it out. You know, and then when you started crying that day, I said, okay, we're going to fix it. Before I go get Mimi, I said, what's wrong? We went in the bathroom and we were hiding. We're trying to figure out what was wrong. Her back was hurting. She didn't want to tell Mimi because Mimi freaks out. And Mimi was going to yell. Like, yep. And I went outside and I said, now you stop. Something's wrong. She's fine. Don't you come in here yelling. Because I had already handled it. They'll come to me before they'll go to their moms, because they don't want their moms to freak out. Plus, they don't want to disappoint their parents. They don't want to disappoint the producers of the show. They don't want to disappoint Lifetime. They don't want to disappoint me. They want to do this. Yes. They want to be a part of it. Right. So when they're hurting, they don't say anything. I could say that's probably one of the downfalls. I've watched them drop like flies. You know, when knee injuries, foot injuries, back injuries, headaches, not eating, grades dropping, jobs, like stress. I've watched it. I've lived it. I've been a part of it. I've cried for them because I can't fix it. You know what I mean? So for me, that's been hard for me to watch because I can't fix it.
Right. It was hard for me. Like when I watched myself, I tried to change myself. And I saw myself, I was like, oh, I talk so country. Look at the way I look at the way I walk. So I went in like, oh, I'm going to fix that. So then after a while, I said, wait a minute, I'm trying to fix something that's not broken.
Right.
I was looking at myself thinking, this is how everybody else is going to see me. This is what everybody else thinks about me. Let me make sure I pronounce my words right. Make sure I, sit up straight. And then it's got to the point where I'm like, man, forget all y'all. I'm not going to change myself. And I'm clear. That's how I haven't changed myself. Like,
but the Tina they met is the Tina they love.
And that's what you're going to get.
Right.
Grocery store Tina with no flip-flops and ponytails. And they like, y'all don't have no makeup. No, I don't have a glam squad walking around with me. And, my hair is not going to be done every, 24/7. Just the way people perceive,
Yes.
the fact that you should look like this. You should act like that. And you should do this. It's just,
Right.
but, this is us all day. Every day.
That's why you have diehard fans, I think, because there's not many reality shows left that are real.
Right.
If any, I mean, that they're really authentic to themselves, and you guys put yourself out there and you said, I don't care, you like me or you don't.
Right.
So,
Right.
I think that would be why we have some really cool news. I don't know if you guys do you two want to tell us and tell your fans
Good
what's
news.
coming on for,
Yeah, we have a season 2.
so I just got goosebumps on my right arm. Yes! So I'm so happy to say. So obviously you guys are doing something right. Yes. Because you're back, and I am so excited. First of all, we have the finale as well, so we have lots to fill you guys in if you haven't already known, which I'm sure you do because you're diehard fans. But we have tonight's episode, which is on at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have September 24th is the season 1 finale.
Right.
And my birthday.
And your birthday. Oh my goodness. Which one was a Leo? Well, which one of you is it? When's your birthday?
August 22nd.
Okay, August 3rd. I knew I liked you. I'm surprised you guys aren't Leos. I feel like you totally be Leos. Okay.
Stubborn.
Bulls.
You love the stage, though. So September 24th is the finale. Is there anything you're allowed to say about the finale?
It comes on at 8 o'clock.
9
Well, I guess
on
we're going to tune in for that then.
Yeah, you gotta watch to see.
We have also on October 1st a very special 2-hour episode featuring the team on tour as they bring their exciting majorette style of dance to young girls across the country. It's important to the ladies, to you guys, since you guys know how young girls are really inspired by you. So this is something that's really cool. 2 hours. I mean, do you guys have like a party? Do you pick a house and do like a screening every week, or how does this work?
We usually, there's battle squad practices going on Wednesday nights. So we're practicing. The show comes on. We go watch it. Commercial, they're practicing.
No way.
Show comes back on. They're watching it. Commercial, they're practicing.
That's what we do every
So
Wednesday.
you're not even getting lazy now. You're like, season 2, now I can relax and famous. You're like, no, it's times 10 now. Okay,
Exactly.
cool.
I still practice. They have no choice. We're still competing. We still have teams that are gunning for us, and it's a lot harder for us now because they are on TV. So their stands that they use to battle are seen on TV. So these teams are recording and learning them to try to throw them back in our faces. So we have to always be on our toes. And I always tell them if they stay ready, they don't have to get ready.
True.
Right.
And I do want to mention one other thing, just because in the dance world, it is something that is difficult for a lot of girls that they go through. And you guys do really promote just being healthy and your self-image in a positive way. And, I just feel like there's a lot of, at least when I saw and I was going through a lot of the fans' comments, and a lot of them say you guys inspire them to be healthy physically and, just eating healthy. And what does that mean to you? Just knowing that that's something that also is a positive influence on girls. Because so many girls, hate to say it, but they go through a lot of eating problems in the
that's
dance
good
world.
that our fans try to eat healthy, but I even need to try to eat healthy because even though we always dancing, at the same time you still can gain weight. Plus, we do everything late, so I eat late. But I don't think it's good that people are trying to get healthy and think that promoting healthy stuff.
I think they just look at the actual reality for dancers that they're supposed to be skinny, they're supposed to be this, and they're supposed to be 5'4", 5'5", but no, us girls got thighs and they got meat on them, but they can go up against any other dancer do the same thing and probably even more. So they're in shape. They just can't help the way their genes.
Yeah, they're not that stereotypical skinny, right. And what makes anyone feel like they have the perfect body anyway, because they have 36, 24, 36, they're toned, and what makes your body perfect? Because on the outside it may look a certain way, but on the inside it could be something completely different. So with my girls, I'm not going to tell them you need to have a six-pack, you have to have muscles in your arms, and I'm not going to tell them that. As long as they're eating every day, they don't have high blood pressure, they're not passing out, they're not in the bathroom throwing up, I'm happy with the way that they look. As long as they're happy, I'm happy. If they can put a uniform on and get out there and do whatever it is they have to do, I'm good. I'm not going to tell them. I want them to be toned. Yes. I want them to look nice in their costumes. Yes. But I'm not going to tell them that you need to stop eating that. You need to stop. I'm not going to do them like that. I don't want them to feel like that. I have always been skinny. My mom is skinny. I've always been that way. But my dad's side of the family, everybody's healthy on that side. When I say healthy, I mean like thick in the thighs and but there's nothing wrong with that. We have a girl on our squad that is thick and she can dance.
Oh, I bet.
She kicks past her head. She can do a split. She can do toe touches. There's nothing that she can't do. She's always that's her family, her mom and her dad. But so what do you tell a child that's not the stereotypical skinny? I just said something to a fan on Facebook about this. You are the ones that decide how these children are going to live and how they're going to feel about themselves. You could be the one person that could help push them over the edge to take their life because you're speaking negatively and speaking daunting things upon this person's appearance. You don't know what they go through as a child. You don't know, they could be being teased at school. They could be starving themselves because their friends are all like this and you're bigger than everybody else. I've seen kids do stupid things to themselves just to get attention or because somebody has said something. How would you feel if you were that person to push them over the edge? How would you feel?
They don't think about that.
But they need to. As adults, they need to. Grown-ups, you need to.
Right.
You don't know how your words can affect another person. Even as me, I'm grown. I'm 35. I am 35, 36. I'm 35. I'm 35.
Somewhere.
But the thing is, even though I'm an adult, I have feelings too. You can't speak daunting things about me because you don't know how it makes me feel. Right. Even though I'm well equipped to be able to handle certain things. And I think I take a lot of the stress that comes at them because, again, these are my kids. I didn't birth them, but they're mine. And I take a lot of the stress that comes along with them onto myself. I have my own personal things that I'm not happy with my own self. But I don't need for you to point that out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that, fans and outsiders don't realize that even celebrities and reality stars are people. They have feelings, and that these are children outside of reality TV. She's a child. You need to be very careful with the things that you say, but we have great, loyal, dedicated fans because the fans take on that situation before we even get to it. It's like this whole of comments before we even get to it. We're like, oh, okay, I don't even have to respond.
Right.
But sometimes as a parent and as a coach to somebody that you love, you don't want to see that happen because you don't know if they're reading it. You don't know how it makes them feel. So I just feel like people should really be careful, and that stereotypical skinny as far as dancers are concerned should be completely thrown out of the window. Look at Misty Copeland. Misty Copeland is a ballerina. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. But she's not this big. Nope. Her muscles and her calves like a horse legs. I swear her legs are amazing. But she's not that super skinny ballet. But she's what she does. Yes. Look at Serena Venus Williams.
Yes.
Tennis players.
Gosh.
She is thick, but she can run around that tennis court. But you understand what I'm saying?
Of course I do.
Athletes are all sizes, and dance is a sport just like anything else.
And also, like with Kayla, she had a problem with her skin complexion as a child. So when the TV show came out, a lot of comments were related to her skin color. Look how dark. We have already been there already. That could have hurt her. But because we've already been there, we've done that, addressed that, and that part of her life was over. But a lot of the inboxes I have been getting was from a lot of parents saying, hey, my daughter had a lot of problems with her complexion, her body size, and to see Kayla out there being a leader no matter, she's not the typical cute high
Light
heels,
skin.
like, you know, oh, I'm just so prissy young lady. And it makes everybody that's not in that situation say, hey, you know, I'm not the cute girl in school, and I'm not the light skinned girl in school, but that doesn't matter because I see someone on TV that looks like me.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
You know,
That's right.
Guys are changing lives. You don't even know it. You're so young, but you're gonna grow up and you're gonna bless you.
Thank you.
And I love everything about the show and what it stands for. And I love your dedication, your work ethic at such a young age. And I think you're very inspiring. And I think you do an amazing job for these kids, for teachers that are watching, for parents. It's a great show. So everybody needs to tune in every single Wednesday
right.
at 9 o'clock. But tonight is going to be the last episode until then we have the finale.
Right.
And then we have obviously October 1st with that 2-hour special and season 2, which you have to come back for. So there's so much. These girls are not going anywhere.
No,
right.
we're not.
Where can we
Right.
find you guys on Twitter and Instagram? Do you want to give your handles?
My Twitter and Instagram the same as DAT_Doll Kayla.
Okay.
Mine is she_has no worries.
And I'm on Twitter, I_am_Diana.
Okay. Do you guys have Twitter?
And I'm on Twitter as @LovelyLeo75.
and I am Miss_Piggy_1_bring it.
I love it. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next time. Have a good day.
Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.